So a question we get all the time is, can I put a window decal on a split window or a window that has a slider in it? And the answer is yes, you certainly can. The limitations are that you have to choose an image that is going to be compatible to it, because you'll notice we have smaller different window size, and it depends upon where the main graphic is, it's going to affect what images would be workable or look good, is really the big thing. Once again, we're going to use a primer 94. We're simply going to take primer 94, we're going to trace all the edges. It's an adhesive promoter. There's one included in the packet or your kit when your decal arrives. So we're going to put that on, let it dry. It takes 5 minutes or less. And then of course we'll lay the graphic on here. So, but yes, windows like this can be done. We'll show you what it's going to look like and how it'll all come out. So watch this and enjoy. Okay, so we put the clean the window, obviously. We put the primer 94 around all the edges. And now we just did a dry fit. That's what it's going to look like. And then we'll start from this corner over here and we'll work our way across. So here we go. So I'm laying this one by myself, and all I've done is I peeled back the edge, rolled the back vapor backer underneath, tacked the corner, and then I've got the top taped here, the top taped here, and I'm just slowly pulling. This is the back, slowly pulling the back, and as I go, we're just slowly working this as we go. I'm going to roll over the top of the bar, the divider bar that's here and here. We're just going to keep on tacking and keep on going. So then we'll cut the perf later. The main thing we want to do is get the perf all the way on the window. So I'm just going to pull this with my right hand. With my left hand, I'm just taking the squeegee and we're just laying this as it goes. It's really pretty simple. So what I do is you can see that the paper board backer is right there. I just pull it so I have about a 2 inch or so, 2 to 3 inches, and then you just simply kind of just follow and chase that along. Now I've got to the point where my window edge is right here. So this is a divider with the slider window being right here. So we're just going to kind of just try to roll over it, lightly tuck, because what I'll do is we'll come back, we'll cut this out with a razor blade coming here. So you're going to have a black divider gap where that window is. Welcome to having a divider window. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. It's really easy. So just slow and easy wins the race here. So, and then I just keep kind of pulling. You'll notice. See that? I pulled that bit and I'm just going to keep on laying it. So there we go. So as I came through, I've got this pretty much adhered here. I just lightly tacked the center. You'll notice there's kind of some ridges here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to come back with my razor blade and cut around the edge and slowly lay it as I cut it. So this is going to be the difficult part. And then I've moved on to this image here, and now I've got back to just laying it over the glass just like this. So still all one solid piece, but as you can see, we've kind of just lightly tacked it here to position it, and then what I'll do is I'll come and cut this, and as I cut this I can slowly lay it down right and slowly finesse that into place. So you can see, I mean, I could sit and work this if I wanted, but there's real no reason to work it quite yet. I mean, I've got a big air bubble here. I'll have to kind of pop it up and push it down. No big deal, but we're going to get this part here taken all the way off the window and get the backer off and then go from there. Okay, so we predominantly laid this. I've done it all by myself, and I just started here. We laid over. You can see that this is the ridge line of the window seal, and then there's the window, so we've got quite a little bit of work, and we're just going to run the razor blade right along here and start slowly tacking it in. This will be the last part that I do. I think I'll do window here and window here is usually the way it's done, and then we'll just start slowly trimming it up, and it's all good to go. This will lay great. It'll look great. It'll be awesome. Okay, so what I'm doing now is we're just basically dividing this into 3 sections. So cutting here, cutting here, and then I'm going to be able to kind of start slowly reducing it to window size. And it'll look pretty good. Okay, once you've split the image, see, I've got this one over here done, trimmed up nice. So I ran it, cut here, and I cut here. You gotta do it real careful, real slow. Slow and steady wins the race. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your squeegee on the back side, and you're gonna kind of prop this up so it's off the window a little bit. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna slowly work in. You can use the back side because you're going to get right tight. You want to get tight and push hard and tight into that window, just like so. Then you come back with your razor blade and you follow that ridge. And that's the plan. So sometimes it helps to cut excess if you have big chunks excess. So I'll take my scissors and I'll scissor out all the way around here to get rid of all that excess, so it's not, because the back of it's sticky. This is all adhesive here. It's all black adhesive and it's sticky, so that's what you do. Okay, so what I've done is I've trimmed off a lot of the excess. You know, it was wrapped over here. And then what I've done is I've just basically taken the back of the squeegee and tried to help get that perf all the way up in there. And you kind of come around the window like so. And so now I've created, so this part here you'll notice, oh look, it's like that. You just kind of pull it up a little bit and then you can really kind of press it down into that corner. And then what I'll do is I'll just get the razor blade or sharp knife, more preferably a razor blade, X-Acto knife, and then you can just run right in there and it'll just tuck up right nice and neat, and it'll hit that primer 93, which is just a big promoter, and you're off and running. So we'll clean this one up and I'll show you what it looks like.
You're gonna post this on YouTube?
On the website. So I want to just show you here. We come down this corner here. Since this has a weather strip that comes around the outside of the window, you don't get as clean cut on some of those trucks that don't have a slider window. The windows are done different. You'll notice here on the corner that I've kind of cut large. And so now what I'm going to do is come back and just slowly just push this down in. So once again, and resink this down in there like so. So now that I've got that nice and fine, and then what I can do is just get right on the edge of the window, and run through it, and it'll make it nice and clean. And there you have it. So I just ran a blade right down there, here, come up around the corner, so it's just like so. You're gonna have a little bit of wibble here and there, but you stand back a little bit, you won't even see it. It's up against that black weather strip. So there you go. Now all I got left to do is figure out this, just slowly lay this middle one. So it'll be easy. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, so what I've done here is I've just slowly kind of lifted this up and then been able to just work this into a tight angle. Now that I've got it in there tight like this, I can come in with my razor blade, run a razor blade right up on that edge in that corner and down around, and then lay it all down, and it's all good to go. Got a couple air bubbles in here, easy to work out. Life is good. We'll clean it up, show you the finished here. Okay, so was able to cut around this edge like this, and then I just put the knife right up in there, slid it right down this, just like so, and that is what you get. There you go. Push that back in there. So stand back here, we'll give you the full effect. A couple of bubbles to push out, which are pretty easy, but there you go. Good old Drake can flying through. It's a raw photo. You just hold the button down. What the photographer does, he holds the button down as the bird flies, and then he can come back and patch all the photos into one long string line of birds. So there you go. Looks pretty darn good. If I could just get the glare off the window from the shop door behind me, but you got it. That's it. Welcome to a decal that can fit the Slider window.